Yo, how's it going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Now, we just finished watching UFC 294. We had a watch party and had a great turnout, so shout out to y'all. I started watching the main event around the time, or excuse me, the main card around the time where Johnny Walker and Ankalaev had that fight, and unfortunately, it ended in a no contest. Johnny Walker got hit with an illegal knee. They had to bring the doctor in, and the doctor asked Johnny Walker somewhere around the lines of, "Do you know where you're at?" Johnny Walker replied with, "What round is it?" And I guess the doctor took that as an indication that he was injured, and so they called off the fight. That's very unfortunate. Hopefully the UFC is able to do something, that kind of make up for that situation. But anyways, we move on to the Kamaru Usman and Khamzat Chimaev fight, and that fight was very entertaining. That fight was very competitive. I disagree with some of the judges. Some of the judges had it 29-27, and I don't agree with that at all. That judge should be investigated. I thought that fight was a lot closer. I think that, Khamzat Chimaev definitely dominated round one, but in round two and round three, I have to say this, man. I feel like Kamaru Usman did the most damage. Obviously, Khamzat Chimaev did a great job at getting those last minute takedowns, but yeah, I feel like Kamaru Usman did the most damage on the stand up, and the judge had it 27-29, and I feel like that's not right. That judge should definitely be investigated because nowhere I don't think that that's a good judgment call. Usman did a great job. I think defended 8 out of Khamzat's 11 takedown attempts, so very, very good statistic. Proves that Usman is still here, proves that Usman is still one of the greatest in the world. Hopefully he doesn't take this loss, too hard, and is able to come back and still look to compete in the UFC. But obviously we go to the main event, and man, oh man, Islam Makhachev, he did some great decision making. Excuse me. Great decision making. He's a fighter that likes to obviously fight from the southpaw position. Was doing a great job at inside kicks, great job at middle kicks, and that was the setup for that high kick that obviously ended the fight. I've always said this that if you're in the open stance, the kryptonite for every freaking person that's in the open stance, and for those of you guys that don't know what that is a southpaw versus conventional. The kryptonite for those is defensive counterpuncher. That's base number one, and obviously crosses and roundhouse kicks. Roundhouse kicks to the leg, roundhouse kicks to the torso, roundhouse kicks to the head. And Islam Makhachev, he was doing some really smart decision making, some really good stuff. Volkanovski, he got caught with a rhythm step. For those of you guys that don't know what a rhythm step is, right before he got knocked out, Volkanovski goes for a rhythm step. He doesn't fall back on his base, and he's not able to see the freaking roundhouse kick coming to his head. And he kind of partially blocked it, but the kick landed right on top of his temple. And obviously when you get hit in the temple, it fucks up your equilibrium. You're gonna go down, and obviously you don't want to go down against someone like Islam Makhachev because he's gonna take full advantage of that. So yeah, really great stuff by Islam Makhachev. Some really great decision making. And before I end the video, for those of you guys that don't know what a rhythm step is, go look up Barry Robinson. He's a coach that talks about this a lot. On why you don't do a rhythm step is because when you fall back on your base, you're falling back too late. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Excuse me if I'm kind of sound a little bit all over the place. I'm kind of trying to organize my thoughts as we go, because we just finished watching the UFC 294, and this is the immediate reaction video to that card. But let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below, and as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.